Alrighty, good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. Tour of Watopia Stage 3. Alpe du Zwift today. Saturday morning here, 10 o'clock in the morning in 2 minutes time. It's a beautiful day outside, but I do need to get my credit for going up the hill and to tick off Stage 3. So here we are, live stream. First live stream in a while. Hope everybody is well. I am on the Buffalo bike in-game. Everything's set up here so I can show you that. It's nice greenage. Buffalo bike, and if you're wondering why my arms are so far apart, I'm on the Stages bike, the SB20, with some mountain bike handlebars and the mountain bike changes, so nice and comfortable. So I thought I'd ride the Buffalo bike up the Alpe du Zwift today. Not an all-out effort. We'll be here for over an hour. I can guarantee you we'll be here for over an hour. Yeah, 112 people in the start pens. 114. There's going to be somebody to ride with anyway. I won't be up the front. Alrighty. What have we got? 3 minutes to go. Not much of a warm-up. Had 3 hard days on the bike outdoors this week. I've decided to start riding a little faster. If Lama gets the wheels, I'm going to lose it. So I did a solid little hill ride the other day, and you'll see why in a couple of days for that video. What else did we do? Speed test on the gravel bike yesterday, which is a 29-kilometre time trial on the gravel bike. That hurt a little bit. And there was another harder, faster ride. Oh, the Tour of Zwift Stage 2. Oh. It's not a race, is it? Never a race until the timer starts. My word, that was hard. So it's been a pretty solid week on the bike. I thought I'd finish it off with a slight cruise up Alpe du Zwift. New Wi-Fi here. I've upgraded from Google Wi-Fi to Google Nest Wi-Fi, which is effectively the same thing, just a little bit updated. So we'll see how the live stream goes with that. Everything going fine. PC-wise, everything remains the same. Got a Windows machine with an NVIDIA RTX 2060 running the show. I am streaming this. Let me just... As I said, first live stream in a few months. Lots of work going on behind the scenes. It doesn't actually result in videos, unfortunately, so apologies for the lack of videos lately, but lots of spinning of wheels behind the scenes. Da, 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 da. 45-minute threshold. It's not going to be 45 minutes, and it's not going to be at threshold. Then I'm definitely on the wrong bike for setting any PBs. It'll be probably, I don't know, we'll see how the legs feel. Probably around an hour 5 up the climb, so, plus the lead in just here. The full stage 1, or the A group of stage 1. The A group of stage 3, yes, it's all a little bit confusing, does do fire and ice, which takes in a lot more lead in. This is the shortest way to get there. Road to Sky, we're on. 22 seconds. Ready? Out of the gate. This is what you have to do, even when you're going easy. How does every Zwift race start? 900 watts. Ooh. That's the first and last time I'll see the front. There goes the heart rate. Welcome along, chat. There'll be plenty of time to chat today. Still morning here. I'm on the SB20 Stages bike with mountain bike handlebars on it. I didn't have time to set up a second camera for this. I'm toast. I've just modified the front end of the Stages bike to have some really wide bars in preparation for stage 4. Always someone to ride with. 154 people. Nice train we've got going. Oh yeah, buffalo bike today. Just having a bit of fun. Not quite the climbing bike anybody wants, but not here to set the time. Just here to grind away. I thought it'd be a good hour and a bit to jump on live stream as we tick over stage 3. Oh. So Stages bike, SB20, power, cadence, control, and a virtual 1x setup. So I've only got one gear changer over here. The disc wheel looks pretty cool. Doesn't really offset the brickness of this bike though. Not much of a climber. Oof. Interesting news on the indoor trainer front today. We see Kinetic announcing a new trainer. Very low end and very much the same as the Magine T100. Very interesting stuff. Thanks, Hardboiled. Have a good sleep. Absolutely there is. Zavarise, the Jet Black Volt will take a heart rate sensor and pair it to the trainer, and then it pushes that heart rate via FTMS. So when you connect the Jet Black Volt to something like an Apple TV, you can get power, cadence, control, and heart rate through one single device. Let's go, Ben, you'll catch me. I'm on the worst climbing bike you can find. Haven't got frame rate showing here through the dust. It looks nice and smooth here. Yeah, it's an interesting discussion around what smart trainers actually do. Smart trainers aren't really that smart when it comes to being a connection hub. Direct Connect, watch this space. Mine is within arm's reach. Alrighty, warm up to the Alpe. Yeah, Direct Connect works pretty well for the platforms that support it. It's going to solve a lot of problems for people. Doesn't solve the heart rate problem though. Not as if we can wire heart rate monitors in. But it would be nice to offload all of that complexity. Hey, Sloth, I missed the high five. Yeah, SB20 Stages bike with wide bars. I thought it was fitting. I like how this arm is totally out of shot too. Usually I'm in here on normal handlebars. In regards to Zwift and bugs, no idea, mate, no idea. I have no visibility at all. I know what works for me now. After what seemed to be an eternity of connection problems and issues, I've resorted to using the companion app to bridge everything. I have a rock solid companion app connection with the wireless stuff that I have here. And it solved all my problems using an old iPhone 6, as you see there. That's what's bridging everything at the moment. It does have a little exclamation mark next to it, which I won't touch. Rick, my take on the new 4i power meters: don't buy yet. I had a review ready to drop. I've spent months and months and months with that power meter. I had a review ready to drop. They then released a new firmware a few hours before release. It's pretty much nullified all my findings. So, continuing to test. As with anything, do not buy until you see a review that you can trust. I'm still waiting on the next firmware. So, I've spent months and months with it though. At the end of the day, on the spec sheet, what we've seen, the only thing you're looking at different there is power, which is, they're claiming 800 hours. Everything else is the same. As what's pretty much already on the market. Alrighty. Game on, climbing crew. Let's see how far I can drop back. Going backwards already. Going backwards. Alrighty, let's get stuck into this. Tempo, tempo. Already cooked. But there's always going to be somebody to ride with. So we shall find a climbing crew and get it done. 5K's already done, yeah. 5K's downhill already done. Thanks, Todd. No, I think I'll be close to an hour. Is it 3.3 or 3.2 watts a kilo will get you up in an hour on a normal bike? This is not a normal bike. I'm on the heavy Buffalo. Aiming for top 200. Yeah, I'm aiming for at least 161st. I like your thinking. Oh no, look, C group, A group, B group, whatever. It doesn't really matter. If you're ticking boxes, if you're turning a crank over indoors, whereas you might not have without this, good, absolutely cool. That's a good question about ride-ons. That's a very good question. I'm getting them, but I'm not seeing them. So you can see down here on the screen there, that's what's coming through. J Barnes, yeah. But not on the screen. How about that? Now I have messed with the icon in the past. I thought I left that alone. That's interesting though. It's sweating up a storm already. 24 degrees indoors. Oi, that's a bit warm. There we go. Hello, ride-ons. Welcome to the game. Wonder what happened there. Couldn't be a bug, could it? Couldn't be a bug. No, we're back. We've got the flow. We at turn 1 yet? Nope. What I am seeing, I've got a few little scripts monitoring things for Zwift usage, just for my own interest. And we are seeing on the hour, more than any other time of the year, Zwift usage is usually pretty smooth throughout the day. Tour of Watopia, or Tour of Zwift, on the hour, woof, woof, it'll spike quite a lot. So I'm wondering if there's a bit of a capacity issue there. Just guessing. That would make technical sense. Oh, gonna be a long morning. Hope everybody is well. You've survived the winter season in the Northern Hemisphere. And you're looking at getting outdoors. We've still got some nice weather to come here, which is good. All right, 1 corner down. It's where Vontu is easier in those corners. Vontu just climbs. Spinning out around those corners, you really lose your rhythm. Well, Zwift Insider said 6, but I could only count 4 once I dug further into it. So I'm not sure. Zwift Insider is usually pretty onto it. Oh, sweating up a storm. Oh, thank you, Maxwell. Thanks, mate. Ta. No, leave that open, please. Leave that open for Dada. Thanks, mate. Yeah, Dada needs the air. He's very hot. See you later, mate. You're going to the library, okay. Back in a second. Okay, mate, thank you. You have fun at the library with Mama. Oh my God. He brings in a half-eaten Cliff Bar. I've got this for you. What a gem. Such a good kid. SB20 stages smart bike today. With some big wide handlebars. Oh, run routes, maybe. That could be it. And that'd be why I completely ignored them. Ooh, such a long climb, this thing. Now, I think this is my 23rd ascent. First ascent done on this back in 2018. I think it was. I checked on Strava. I'm still a couple off the masochist badge. All right, I've got a good grip. Can I change screens without it locking up? Oh, we can. I saw Zwift the other day talking about when you press the circle, it gives everyone ride-ons. But we can't do it in an event like this. Would have been nice if they enabled it for this. Hey buddy, got your hat on? Yep. What's that? That's Dada. That's the live chat. Can you say hi, live chat? Hi, live chat. That's a virtual hill. A virtual hill, yeah. It's like a cartoon. Yeah. See you later, mate. Oh, I love you too, mate. Ah, that kid. Loves cars. Absolutely loves cars. There's a YouTube video with 100 car logos. Oh, spin out, spin out, spin out. Max has pretty much memorized every single car type there is. And as we drive around, he'll point them out. Cycling with Doc, I'm good. I'm good, surprisingly good after a hard week on the bike outdoors. Max is a little boy. He's 2.5. Old enough to get into a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's on a 3-wheeler. He likes a little 3-wheeler bike so he can roll up to things and just sit there and look. He's got a little scoot bike thing. See you, Max. You have fun. He gives me the biggest grin as he runs past. Alrighty. It might be wet and slippery, yeah. We will have a descent party if anybody wants to join later on. So what we do there is, if you don't have the new interface yet, and can still use the ride with functionality, just like crest the top and start the descent. If you ride with, you can join me for 11 kilometers without pedaling. No, I wouldn't call it cheating. I'd call it within the rules and to your advantage of watching the live stream. Sorry? Can I stop what? Oh yeah, I'll let you back in. Have you got a garage opener? Yeah, give me a call. Von's query from outside. Can I stop? She's left the house without keys. So can we finish this before Von gets back? You know what, Woods? You know what's going to happen. I'll be cresting the hill. We'll be at 59 minutes and 15 seconds. I'll be opening up a little bit of a sprint to make sure I come in under the hour. And Von will be like, let me in now! We know that's how it's going to play out. Let's prepare ourselves for that. Yeah, so a speed test outdoors yesterday, if you're following me on Strava. Speed test on the gravel bike. It goes well on the gravel. Well, this was more of a hard-packed rail trail. 34.5 or 34.4 kilometers average for the 29Ks. The bike goes well. That's with a big bag on the front too. See you, Max. Oh, you want in now? Von wants in now. Okay, I'll be right back. I thought she had at least car keys. Von didn't have car keys. Hey, buddy. Hey, mate, you got to remember the keys. Yeah. Yeah.
Then we can get in the car.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. I thought you meant to get back. It's alright. Yeah, good question about ride width. They haven't removed ride width, it's just not implemented. One of the first things we brought up, those of us who had early access to the new home screen, were like, where's ride width? Where's, who's online? Where's the pros? Especially for, it's okay, mate, thanks. Max, he's like, sorry, Dada. Oh, what a gem. Yeah, just not there. Again, no idea. It's something that I think should be there, 100%. It's something that I use, and it's something that people who watch my streams use. So, yeah, time does fly, Jeff. $10K to go. Easy. Ugh. Go Buffalo bike. Another thing that's missing is being able to select a route to do a workout on. Now, if you notice, if you do have the new interface, you'll notice things like the workout mode hasn't been touched by the new interface. So the workout mode just sends you straight to the old screens. So it's kind of, it's a bit of a half mixture of new interface and old. So, and with that, there's no linking between the workout that you choose and the free ride course. So in the new interface, at the moment, I'm guessing this will change. When you select a workout, it says, okay, here's a couple of suggested free ride routes. And you've only got a couple to choose from. So the workaround there, and I call it a workaround, not a solution, is that you just start a free ride on whatever course you want and then press E on the keyboard or use the menus to then go and choose your workout. But that's still a bit too hard. I don't like that setup. Anything where you need to learn how things work, not ideal. Things need to be like an iPhone or a new Mac. When you open them up, the user manual doesn't exist. It doesn't need to. Garage opener power up. No. We need a Wi-Fi controlled garage opener. I could have opened that up from here. Tax Neo 2T, after a year should be fine. If you're using it indoors, there's not much to do for a 2T. No belts, no belt tension to worry about, no spin downs to do. I mean, just the standard things like make sure the cassette isn't too worn. If you really want, you could take the free hub off, re-grease that with some light grease or some heavy grease if you don't want it to make any noise. I'm on the Stages bike with the mountain bike handlebar set up, but I'm on the, hang on, I'm on this beast of a bike for the climb. It's very dark. Sorry, Corby, my bike is much cooler and slower. So your 2T should be fine. Jeffrey, were you across the new app that Stages released this week or last week? I've been meaning to do a video on it, but I'm not sure. I should just do a quick tips video on it. Stages have released the Stages cycling app, which replaces Stages Link and Stages Power. Yeah, standing up on the Stages bike, it doesn't move. It's definitely a spin bike in that respect. The new app does the configuration setup. Firmware's 1.82 or 1.81, I think, is the latest for the firmwares on the Stages bike power meters. Neo 1, 2 and 2T all have the bearing replacement kits, if you encounter that issue. Hasn't been something over that I've seen reported a lot though. Probably no more than original kicker belts snapping after 8,000, 10,000, 15,000 Ks. 14 to go. Tony, the latest game update for Zwift. There was some changelog notes. They keep sneaking them under the door over in their forums. I'd love to get a heads up on them, other than the posts on the forums. It was something minor. It was about crashing, games crashing that don't, or the game crashing for events that don't have power-ups. That was the official changelog of the Zwift update yesterday. But monitoring the files that came down, there's a lot that changed. So, I don't know. Anything major, game change-wise, experience-wise, I'll spin up a video on straight away. Those videos do really well. But the little ones just keep trickling out. It's good to see them patching things out of band, though, and not waiting. Yeah, the launch is another one. It's not going out to everyone until next month. Not even halfway. 28 minutes in. Oh. Yeah. All the bike frame things, and all, it's too far down the rabbit hole for me. I used to do a couple of things. Zwift Insider's taken that on and run with it. They're purely Zwift. I'd get too frustrated with spending hours and hours and hours getting some numbers that I need to have a change. It's what's happening with the hardware side of things in the background, so more on that soon. Alrighty. Stay tuned midweek for an update on a certain GPS unit that's very cool. I think it's a game changer. Actually, I know this feature released in a couple of days is a game changer because I've been using it. Stay tuned for that. There's my segue to remind people to subscribe. Today's Saturday, so we're looking mid next week. Super cool feature. What else can I hint about it? It's an extension to something that already exists, but it takes it 2 steps beyond the competition. 2 steps. Yeah, quietening free hubs is it's a bit of hit and miss. So if you pack it with too much grease or the wrong kind of grease, the little poles won't flick back and you won't get any engagement. So a lot of people are saying, never do that, don't do that, this is the worst advice. Yeah, okay, cool, there's the worst advice, and then they're shutting the things the hell up indoors. So I go with the, let's just shut things up and it'll still work. We can get tied up in theory, or we can actually just do the work and enjoy the benefits of a quiet free hub. And that works. So I use just general purpose grease. For the GPS head unit that was purchased by SRAM recently. Could be. There's quite a few head units out there at the moment though. We haven't heard much of the Stages Dash, have we? Could be that. Or it could be leading you down the wrong path. But it is a cool feature that I will have a video on. Actually, I had to stop the video rendering on this machine to do the live stream. I'll get back to that. We've got a few days up our sleeve. Further improvements with Apple TV remote control. One for Zwift, no idea. I was surprised that when the new remote did come out and didn't work, and then the next Zwift update, it did work. I did a video, oh, holy hell, yeah, it works a little better now. And then I got clarification from Zwift that they didn't do anything. So, no idea. I don't have any visibility of the development timeline at all. Kicker bike wine is usually at 64 RPM. Yes, I did change my bottle on the gravel bike. Anthony, where do you live? What country? That's, I guess, the question. So I've set up on this virtual mountain bike that I'm riding now a 40 on the front and a 1050 on the back, so I shouldn't run out of gears. Hence me not complaining about the gradient today. Yeah, Dave's still got the power link on the other bike. Anthony, they're all yours, mate. Send me an email. Gplama@gmail.com. Or you'll be able to find me, I'm not hard to find. And I will send you those Elite T-Race bottle cages. They may be a bit dusty. That's authentic Ballarat dust though. And they're all yours, mate. Andy, how are we, mate? Good to see you. Just an easy poodle up the Alpe. On the slowest bike I could find. PowerLink pedal is still fine. Still a go-to source of quality power, which is quite surprising given their Gen 1 power pedals from Wahoo. They were in development for a long time. They were ready for a long time too, so. No, all good. So the bottle cages, Anthony, they're T-Race. And that colour suits the bikes perfectly. It's just that they eject bottles for where I ride. Good stuff. The Jerry and Andy show. I think the first time I met Jerry was when I was using the steering to, is the word antagonize somebody? I jump in with the steering on a live stream or on a live capture, and I had two different views going and I was chopping someone's wheel. And ended up it was Jerry. You can use power pedals while Zwifting, yes. I typically don't. I'll use the controlled trainer, leaving that as the baseline. Thanks, Craig. It's been a while since I've streamed. Lots and lots going on. Max is getting a little older, so I'm spending a lot more dad time, which is just, if you're a parent, you know, it's the best. So, I'll get back into more streams though, as the weather closes in here. And whenever there's something new to talk about too. Oof, that was harder than I thought. Yeah, interesting question about GLONASS. Haven't seen anything yet in regards to the Russian GPS systems going either offline or being inaccessible. Something I'll keep across though. Neo 2T, good upgrade. Where's mine? Oh, mine's just sitting next to me. There's a hint. Again, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. You may see some Neo content coming this week. Yes, there will be. Yes, do subscribe. You will want to know about it if you're a Neo owner. Five kids. Craig, calm down, mate. That's awesome. Max is still version 1 here. Weighs 70, it's the Buffalo bike. It's this beast. Oh, there's a camera angle. Single speed. Lucky I've got gears here though. Oh, I haven't even been noticing the XP, yes. Double XP up here. Anthony with the good advice. Little Lama's 2.5 now. And already into the big long conversations. As I said before, loves car brands. He's learnt to identify the car logos on the front, the back, and on the wheels of a car. So we'll go past a car. He's like, Hyundai. I'm like, where? Oh yeah, okay. 2 Holdens. I'm looking, yep, there's 2 Holdens. Iveco. He knows the bin trucks are Iveco. He's hilarious. SsangYong. He knows all the smaller brands too here. This is one thing he's really into. So I show him a bike, and it's not a Sparrow. No, it's just Dada's bike. Margaret, yes, the disc wheel on the Buffalo, I've got to credit Scotty Weiss for this idea well back in the day. All right, as we approach the ski-free monster tribute here on Zwift, have a look at that. See the monster doing this? It is only a tree, but I can guarantee you it's somebody at Zwift who is a fan of ski-free. He's going to have a Peugeot bike. Probably. He knows the Peugeot logo too. Kimberly, my ride-on stats that you're seeing on screen there, that's done with a PowerShell script on Windows. That's looking at the Zwift log file. Rash, are you still in the chat? I think Rasher K has done a GitHub on that. So if you're on Windows, you can spin up a little script that will do that. Keep an eye on the Zwift log, put them up on screen with OBS. Whew. 5.8k to go. Let's do it. Milan San Remo. Who's in it? Vanderpoel. And is it the Pog? Is the Pog and the Rog? The Rog's not racing. Either way, bring it on. I'd love to see Matthews snag a win. But yeah, we'll see. Pro racing is back. DI2 Garmin integration beyond gear and battery fields live. Danny, none that I'm aware of post-ride to do any overlays. Pog and Wout. What's the money on Wout doing a 50k flyer at the end? Or is it going to be down to the Poggio again? God, they descend off that so fast. Either way, I'll be glued to it. Looking forward to it. I'm making up some places here. Let's go, team. Danny, for overlays post-ride, I'm still using Garmin Verb Edit. I do have confirmation that Garmin won't be continuing to develop Verb Edit because they no longer make the Verb cameras. So Verb Edit doesn't work on a Mac, or not on any of my Macs. I've got to drop to a Windows machine to do my exports, which I am working on at the moment. A video with a nice overlay. Sonny, it's not casual. I'm breathing. Just. Rasher DK, sweet. There you go. I'm not sure on the link. I can post links. I'm not sure anyone else can. But I'll tell you what, chat group. The lack of spam and lack of idiots in chat for my last live streams over the last year has been brilliant. It really has. If you want some good quality chat with some experts, not me, in the chat. Really, really good. Same goes for the comment section on any videos too. Always good chat there. Thanks, Jad. Does it pay me to have to use Windows? No, I'm a big Windows fan. I'm an MCSE. Huge fan. Gaming-wise, it's better for game captures, easier for streaming. All my video work is on a Mac though. Why did I step up the pace? Let's back it off. 250 is all I need. Come on. Yeah, I'm on the Stages bike with mountain bike handlebars. I can do a quick show and tell later, if I remember. No, Fano, I'm talking more about the the quality of the chat. Usually I get, you get heckles and things like that early on. But it's just doesn't happen much anymore. YouTube still has a little bit of an issue with spammers posting junk. I'm onto those pretty quick. I like to keep things nice and tidy. Let's go, Ben. Where are you? Jack, eventually the new UI will come, or the new home screen will come to Apple TV. Yes. How will it work on Apple TV? Oh, nearly lost a drink. You want hot tub? We got hot tub. Hot tub ain't going away. Hot tub's the only way I'm getting paid on Twitch. My 10 cents a year or whatever I get from Twitch. Hot tub. Splish, splish, people. Splish, splish. So yeah, navigation is always going to be hard on Apple TV, given that you've got events, free rides, workouts, workout plans, drop shop, all of that stuff with this little crappy remote. We'll see. 50-second, yeah, no, you're cruising. I'll blow up on the last corner, you'll catch me, don't worry. Eileen King, welcome along. I went the wrong way. Dad's inside riding trainers. That's exactly what I am. Saris MP1 Infinity platform or Stages bike? Stages bike, hands down. I don't ride rocker plates. I don't mind them. Early on, I had a beef with rocker plates that they were sold as being more natural, being more like riding a bike outdoors, when the truth is they're nothing like that at all. The messaging around them then became about more comfort and a bit of, what would you call it? Just more comfortable to ride. I do believe that. But I don't ride one. I don't mind a bit of wiggle. So something like the Stages bike, which is rock solid, you do have to move around in the saddle a bit. But when I was TTing for years and years and years, and yesterday I was on the gravel bike TTing, my bike is rock solid. It doesn't do this. That depends on your pedal stroke as well, and your form, but a little bit of movement is okay. The Tax Neo, with its bit of wiggle, that's fine. You're on a carbon bike with a bit of give, also fine. Rock solid in the same position, like the spin bikes. Yes. Thanks, Ash. It's been a bit of a drought of new products recently. So, a lot of time spinning my wheels outdoors and doing some longer form content. Ronnie, Zwift in 4K looks really, really good on PC and Mac. PC is where you're at. If you look at Zwiftalizer.com, so the words Zwift and Analyzer all in one, Zwiftalizer, you'll see some benchmarks there about which cards run at which frame rates. It will depend on the course you're on too. But I've always had great success with NVIDIA cards. Ooh. 3.8k, come on. That's my color zone. Oh, my FTP is wrong on this. So. No, magpie season's only August through late October. Next to go. Hey, Jim. Spin, 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 spin. I haven't tested my FTP for a long time. Be hovering around 300, I think. Not where it used to be. No, look, there's a thread over on Reddit, I think, that discusses the Zwift's compatibility with M1. When they do switch to M1 native, things will run fine, but it's not there yet. 3.4k, let's do it. Oh, those gradients when they back off. You can really tell up here. Last proper FTP test I did was it a year ago or so? Totally irrelevant now. I think we nailed 319, which is a bit different than when I used to race, but anything with 3 digits is good. Yeah, Jim, I'm on the Stages bike with the mountain bike handlebars installed. So I've removed the drop bars and put on a set of mountain bike handlebars. It's super comfy to ride because you've got that big arm width. And on a virtual 1x, I've got some good gearing for this hill. Yeah, I used to ride and race 38 or 36 centimetre bars on my road bikes. It's a bit different. I have the mountain bike shifter, which is just a, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have it on camera here. It's exactly what you'd expect. It's like the auxiliary shifters with just 2 buttons and a little 3D printed bracket for it. But in a mountain bike setup, there's no brakes, so I can't do the brake sprint hack. Sarah, always a question that comes up with indoor trainers. Carbon bikes, are they safe on an indoor trainer? Yes, they are, absolutely. 100%. Now, it makes sense to think that it might not be safe for it. And there's a lot of wrong information online about not using a carbon bike on an indoor trainer. But when the rubber hits the road and people actually use their carbon bike on an indoor trainer, we're seeing no more breakages than what you would outdoors through manufacturing mishaps or something being wrong with it. There's no problems whatsoever using a car, and I'll stand on that hill and I'll die on that hill. That's the case. I've tried to snap frames for years indoors. It would make great YouTube viewing, and I'd be able to buy a new bike with the views that would get if I could put the chainstay through the floor or something. It's not happening. A lot of manufacturers are now supporting bikes on indoor trainers. So it's all good. Alloy, look, if you don't want to use your good bike indoors, that's one thing, but there's no problems doing that. Aluminium will still get fatigue cracks. So they will also break. You just have to make sure that your bike is installed correctly. We had seen in the past, and you see it every now and then, with quick releases, sometimes the rear will pop up and out if it's not in hard enough. Through axle, not a problem. Descent party coming up, for sure. They're the Zwift loot boxes. Let's see if we can see what's inside the loot box. Oh, we missed it. Oh, another loot box. What's inside? Nothing. They should at least put a bike or something inside those. Once I'm at the top mat, you can load up Zwift on any platform. If you have the old home screen, you can select ride with. If you're following me, I'll be up the top. And then you hit ride with Gplama, and we can all do the descent together. The fourth challenge is in the loot boxes. Well played. Well played. My normal climbing cadence? I guess so. I have no idea what my climbing cadence is. I feel comfortable. I wish you could resell things on here. They do need some kind of garage management though. Whew. My opinion of the new menu, it's different. It's, I'd say 80% there. The struggle is that if you become accustomed to all the little nuances of the old menu and you then get the new menu, you're going to hate it initially because change sucks. It's a lot more extensible. So, you know the current menu where you've got the 3 tabs for the 3 worlds? That's a little limited. The new interface will allow them just to present that a lot better. A lot better. Being able to pair everything and have that in the top corner. Being able to change bikes before dropping into a ride. Checking badges before dropping into a ride. It's still only half there for the workout side of things. but it's looking better. Being able to scale it, if you saw my recent Zwift update video, you can now scale that home screen to suit what you need. It's better. But it's a hard one to get right because there is so much you can do. Let's do it, Oliver. You got this. Sorry if I've missed your question. A pacer bot for bike testing. It's done with an Ant Plus simulator. There's software to simulate power meters. Also best done offline, so there's no drafting, and you don't violate Zwift's terms of service by using an automated bot and influencing the experience of others. It's a massive plane just going overhead. No, that would be a chopper. Fastest climbing setup. Yeah, it's funny, Frank. They're playing with the bike statistics. I think they're falling down the trap of every new bike from every new manufacturer is a bit quicker and a bit quicker and a bit quicker. It's going to get to the point where the bikes are going to ride themselves backwards. They're going to be so fast. So I think Zwift need to just calm it down a bit on the stats of the bikes. Maybe level the playing field a bit and reset. So they're not caught into this marketing trap of having to release the newest and fastest. Or not, and have people get, I'll be a little unhappy, it's a friendly word to say, at their new bikes. Hey, welcome along, Ben. You made up 2 minutes, mate. Good riding. I'll do a tutorial / walkthrough of the new interface when two things happen. When more people have it, and when there's a few more features. Heart rate 180. Good riding. Roy, lightweights. Well done. It's nearly Christmas. Do I think Zwift spends enough time developing or improving the platform? As a techie, as somebody who loves new shiny things, as someone who makes a living out of talking about new shiny things, no. They don't spend enough time at all. Well, let me rephrase that. They don't spend enough time developing things that I can talk about. They might be putting new bikes in game and new kits, new running events, doing all their social stuff. But I mean, I want to talk about Kicker Direct Connect. I want to talk about smart bike integration. I want to talk about using Di2 buttons to do cool things. New drafting, new ways to use the system. There's been a lack of those. And I'm not going to hide that. My Zwift tip videos do really, really well. But I got nothing recently. Nothing. This is it. All right, we all on for the descent party? Again, a reminder, once I'm up around the top and on the descent, you can pull up Zwift on anything, skip the pairing screen, hit ride with if you've got the old home screen. If you're following me, I'll be somewhere near the top. Hit join, ride with, and we'll all descend and get 11 Ks. Oh, Blake playing the long game. My God, chat's on fire today. I've already let her in. I've already dropped that 20 seconds. Oh, Matt, are you on the new home screen? You won't have the ride with then, unfortunately. See if you can load it up on your phone. Felix, you can't. Ride with is a yet to be implemented implementation. It's not there. Alrighty. That was fun. I've got to say, doing it on a virtual mountain bike makes it a lot easier with all the gearing that I have access to. Yeah, David, there's rumbles of manufacturers not being happy with having, say, mechanical durace or disc brakes and rim brakes and things like that. Oh yeah, I'm on the Buffalo. We're rocking the Buffalo. Oh, sure. Now, I'm not sure this will be under the hour. I don't know, I have to check on Strava. Or will it have the counter up here somewhere? Gabrielle, yeah. Trainer Road mashed with Zwift? Absolutely. And you've nailed it with the two strengths of both companies. Zwift has the social aspect nailed. I mean, look at this. We're riding with a few people. We're about to enjoy the descent party. We're having a chat here. That doesn't happen on Trainer Road. Go, Ben, you got it. But the intelligence of training and smart training is where Trainer Road really nail it. Boom, what are we going to get? Gloves, 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 gloves. Come on, gloves. Gloves! What a waste of time. Alrighty, descent party coming up. Don't join just yet. If you're not pedaling a bike, wait till if you don't pair any sensors, you may not come up on screen, but you will still get the ride. Always the gloves. 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 Yeah, exert is too difficult. It's brilliant, don't get me wrong. They may even be ahead of Trainer Road. Trainer Road have Google-sized, Apple-sized, exercised it into a more usable... Look, I just want to click and go. I want Strava easy, I want Apple easy, I want all my data, but I want it to be easily consumable. That's what Trainer Road have done that with the AI stuff. Just jump on and go, and they're improving that. Exert. There's absolutely a room for the mashups. Gloves. All right, descenders, let's get it done. Another thing Trainer Road do very, very, very well is device pairing and compatibility. Trainer Road still are only erg or slope mode too. I don't believe there's any sim mode. And if you think about how much Zwift relies on sim mode, and the not the issues that come with that, but trainer difficulty, not something that you have to worry about on Trainer Road. So they are two different beasts. Ah, the wheels. That's probably one of my biggest live streams that I've done. I really built that up. Nathan did an intro for me and everything. All right, downhillers. Don't join with me just yet. Hold, hold, hold. Ready? Hold. Go. Anytime now. You ride with You'll join me. The feather is an insult. Let's dump it. Here we go. Hey! Hey! People are popping up. Ali Mac, welcome along. Hey! More people are just dropping out of the sky. Make sure you tag me. If you put this up on Strava or anywhere, just tag at Gplama. Descent. Oh, here we go. Now, you imagine everybody else riding up, seeing a peloton come down. They'll be like, what the maybe if you're late to the party, you can still join in. You'll still get a couple of Ks. You don't have to join straight at the top. Ah, that's awesome. Look at this. And we've got the ride-ons going. Everyone's in the super tuck. How good is this? Hang on, I'll get the camera right. Now, what do I want? 7. Oh, that's realistic. Who doesn't do 80 Ks an hour around a hairpin? Even if you get dropped or you like go off the front, you'll still get the Ks. So you're fine. No super tuck on the buffalo. Ripped off. Oh, this makes it worth it. I've got to do a couple more Alpe du Zwifts to get the Masochist badge. So that, yeah, we'll do another one of these soon. That's heaps of fun. Roy, you want a TT bike, mate? TT bikes do get dropped here, I think, because they can't draft. Oh, look at the bunch! I just loved it. Someone just grinding away, come up, and this massive peloton just goes shooting past them. That'd be hilarious. I better keep spinning. Oh, was I a 60? That was my time. Was it 60:17? I didn't keep track of the actual time. Definitely on the slow bike up there. That on any other bike that should have been a few minutes quicker, I think. But I wasn't setting a time. It's just grinding away. 72 Ks an hour. Who's in the aero kit? No. Ride-ons. Ah, stretch to full screen. That's a nice jersey there at the back. That's the tour. I can't tell now. Is that Tour of... I get lost in what Tour of Watopia, Tour of Zwift. All I know is Tour of Watopia is only on Watopia, whereas Tour of Zwift is on all the other courses too. They've got to do a tour of Mercury Islands, don't they? Or, yeah, they'll have to soon. There's enough. Though I still get lost in the flashy light section. I think I've earned another coffee. That was solid. That was good. Thanks, chat. I've missed these live streams. As I said, I've been doing a lot of dad time lately. So, not a lot of these, but now that the weather's closing in here, we should do a lot more of these. We still have the Gplama cycling club on here, but I haven't done much on that because I just can't commit to any schedule yet. But this is fun. I love when those are uploaded to Strava too. That's alright, you'll still get the Ks even if you drop off the back. Ben, you did well, mate. You did. Tag me in your Strava if I don't go through and find it anyway. I want to see your effort you did to pull back 2 minutes. I mean, I wasn't going slow. You were pushing at least 3... I'd say 350. 340 to pull me back. You were moving. Zoom. This is cool. Highest average speed ride ever. You'll get your Strava stats at the end of the year. It's like, fastest ride, 72 kilometer per hour average for 11 Ks. You're like, where was... Oh, okay, yeah. Think about the XP, though. It's not doubled XP. But you'll still get some XP. You get kilometer XP. You won't get drops, though. If you don't pedal, if you're not producing, is that a Swift tip worth doing? Watch this. See? If I've got 0 watts, I'm getting no drops. But if I just turn the pedals over... Yeah. Was everyone aware of that? Is that worth doing a Swift tip on, just to remind? There are so many little things like that we have to be reminded of. Ready? I'll do it again. So my ticky for the drops. Stop. No drops. But I still get XP. Yours moved out doing her own thing. Nah, dad time's the best. Watching a little human discover the world is just... If you're a parent, you know, but it's my first time around, so it's just so much fun. I'm not sure if that's already a Swift tip. It may already be a Swift tip in regards to, you know, you only get drops when you're pedaling. But that's a few years ago now. No, you still get XP. You still get XP. You don't get drops, though. They're different. See, even that in itself, the difference between what are drops and what's XP. And they're not real loot boxes either. I'm just teasing Zwift because there's a lot of controversy around loot boxes. I'll probably get an email from someone at Zwift like, you shouldn't talk about loot boxes. They're not loot boxes. I'm like, yeah, I know. They're NFTs. Kidding. They don't have those either, thank God. Gets a feather freewheeling downhill with no sensors connected. David, the only way to figure out how many times you've been up in-game, there's not Strava segments, but you'll only be able to see your efforts up on the Strava segments if you're a Strava subscriber. We are flying down. So I think it's my 23rd time up. What? Just watching the streams maxing out your GPU. Oh no, it'd be your Zwift session that's maxing out your GPU. Oh, Lama, you're on the back. What are you doing? There we go. Good crew. If this is the first time you've done a group descent, you may get your PB for the descent segment. Last time we did one of these a few months back, a lot of people PB'd with an average of... Yeah, so look, we're doing 82 Ks an hour now because you're getting the draft effect, but yeah, it's hilarious. Oh, good job, Ben. You got that. I'm a few off. 101 times up. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, come on. At least it'll be at least a Voodoo 2 card. Now, remember, the original Voodoos and Voodoo 2s were only 3D. You needed a pass-through VGA cable to have a 2D card. It was only the TNTs that came out with the... 16 meg TNTs that came out that had both 2D and 3D mode. Remember the click noise, the Voodoo 2s? Remember you used to click over to 3D mode? All right, we're going to hang a right and just go into the jungle. We'll go to the arch. That's where I'm heading anyway. If you don't have a power meter paired, good luck. You're not going to be able to ride with this. But thanks for the... so I'm going right. We'll go to the jungle for a cool down. But thanks for the descent party, everybody. We'll cool down for a couple of minutes and call it a day. Voodoo 2 was your first graphics card. Whoosh. Oh, in bed with COVID. Oh. That's still a thing, isn't it? That was fun. I think one of the biggest ones we had was 25 or maybe 30 people descending that. GDX 950, yeah, it's better than a voodoo card. Alright, we're back in normal kit now. I think I kept the shoes though. The shoes match the jersey. Yeah, Larry, there's no way in game in Zwift to check. It would be nice. There's obviously a counter for it. Hey, it may be in the log file. Let me try and do something tricky while I Zwift. If I go and have a look at my Zwift log file as I cool down here, that's in my documents, Zwift, logs, log.txt. And if I scroll down and see where when I cross the line, it may actually log saying, using power up in the after party, it may log saying you're 25 of blah within the log file. I'll need to dive back in and see exactly where. It's logging sim grades, that's cool, so I can tell where I'm started the descent. We've been descending for a while. One. Sorry, I'm just nerding out here looking through the log file. See if we can find where I passed the arch. I'll dig in. Here we go, group events. Oh, right. Okay, I don't have it on screen, sorry, but world time completed lap for group tour of Watopia Stage 2, the Koreans. Subgroup tour of Watopia standard ride. Start time. Time finished. Finished event, group event steering, physics. Hit arch line for Alpe du Zwift. Timing arch. Found recent finishing time. Is it there? So it's okay. So when you go through the arch, it saved the activity. That's a good thing. In progress activity kept updating. No, there's no logging of. No, not that I can see. I mean, you might be able to dive through a little bit closer and have a look, but nothing there, unfortunately. Zwift hacks might have some way. Oh, it depends. That was notepad.exe. Reading the log file. That was just in ASCII, plain text. Oh, we've gone past the arch. Okay, as soon as we get out of the out into the sun here, we'll call it a day. Anybody's question that I missed? Let me have a quick look. Floppy disk scan of 211 installing. Head-End's got the fastest couch in the world, 72 kilometers per hour. Alright, now just quickly, phone. I'll show you the bike that I was on. If I can do this. Hello. I'm not sure if it's going to go widescreen or not. Oh, it's not working very well at all. There's the Stages bike with the handlebars. So, oh, there we go. Okay, I can do it. So that's that side. That's over the other side. So I've had this and a little gear changer. Sorry, I should do a better video on this, but that's where I've got the gear changers here with my thumb under here. And it's just the Stages bike front end. You can just rip off the handlebars and put those on. Alright, we'll leave it at that for now. Thanks everybody. The green screen, Elgato green screen. It just pulls up and pulls down. They are brilliant. I have 2 of them. They are fantastic. You just need to put a decent light on them so it goes bright green, and we can use the software to to chroma key that out. How many gloves you've worn? I bet you I've gotten more gloves than at the times I've climbed Alpe du Zwift. I'm sure that's also the case. Last 2 Tour of Watopia stages. I'll try if the times line up. This one did Saturday morning here. Multiple massacres? No, there's not. There's only one of those. How do you get the Lama shirt? The Lama shirt in game. If you just search for Gplama Zwift tip, I'll show you the and there's a link in my video of the events that you can unlock that jersey with. It's a group called Chicks Who Ride Bikes. It's not Gplama jersey. It's not a Lama. They just Chicks Who Ride Bikes is a group out of I think Brisbane, or they're here in Australia. And if you join any of their events and finish it, you'll unlock that kit. And there's a link in my video that will show you all those events in your own time zone, and it'll have a little flag there if it's got a kit unlock. Grips, they're AZUR grips, whatever they are. I went the cheapest handlebars. I've got pro handlebars, AZUR mountain bike grips, because I'm only going to be using it indoors, so I thought I'd go pretty cheap. So it cost me less than $50 to set up for the mountain bike stuff. But it's nice and comfy for climbing rather than try and be aero. There's no need to be aero indoors. Grip shifters, yeah, those ones. That could be hacked up too. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining along. Thanks to the people who joined the descent party. Tag me in your Strava, and I'll give you a ride on for that too. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back soon. As I said, there are 2 new things coming out mid next week, so keep an eye on the channel for that. Hit subscribe, and you'll be across as soon as those videos get published. Thanks everybody, and have a great weekend. I'll see you soon.